Hey guys, this is my third League of Legends tournament tutorial. Today I want to cover about the topic how to play from behind. I believe all of you guys have played some games that you're really falling behind in the early game, but you somehow put it off and make a comeback. So congrats, and I want to talk about how to make that happen more. There are generally a few cases that you're behind. For example, one lane is slightly behind. This usually happens in the early game. Let's say your top lane get ganked and just died, so your top lane is behind, right? After that, you want your laner to farm safe, because you're already behind. There's no point to actually 1v1 the enemy laner, because you will have a higher chance to lose the duel. And maybe ask your other laners to help. Of course, your jungler, if he's around the side, right? So hopefully your laner can get back into the game. And if you can't, then sometimes you might want to freeze the lane, because in early game, the turret is very powerful, and the enemy laner will not just be dumb and duel you under your turret. So if you freeze the lane, then you're closer to your turn and you will be safer. Or you can make plays on the other side, so I suppose that is winning. Then overall your team will not be that behind. So what if your laner is got camped, or just go into the enemy laner and just die again and again, and now he's super behind? What to do now? Well, if one lane is super behind, then you probably don't want to send your jungler there, because if you just 2v1 the super fat enemy laner, the enemy laner may just 1v2 and kill you both. So you want to have the laner to farm under turn and give up turn if possible, because if the enemy laner just dive you, you will die and your turn will be eventually taken by the enemy laner. The most important thing in this situation is to not die and keep farming, and let the laner get important items, then join team fight. Because if you cannot lane against your enemy laner, maybe you just want to join the team fight, so that your team has 5 men and the enemy team has only 4. And if your team is actually ahead, and you can get the teleport, or maybe to force the enemy laner to join the team fight as well, because 5v4 you will win. And if you're in a team fight and you actually win the team fight, then you actually come back a little bit, right? And there's another option, that is lane swap. This only happens maybe for top lane and mid lane, or just swap your losing lane and your winning lane. So you have a losing lane, you have a winning lane, and if you swap it, will be winning to winning and losing to losing. So hopefully you can hold the lane and keep farming. If that will not work when your whole team are behind, top lane is losing, mid lane is losing, bot lane is losing, and even your jungler is losing, then you absolutely want to avoid 5-on-5 team fight, because if you do a team fight with them right now, you will absolutely get dumped, and then you will just lose the game, right? So you don't want to fight fairly with them. You want to make a pick, or maybe use TP plays. So you want to fight with your number advantage. You can't win them 5v5. You can win them 5v1, 5v2, or maybe 5v3, right? And if the enemy is just grouping and sieging your turn, which happens a lot, then you might need to give up the turn if you don't have wave clear. Or you can, and in the meantime, you can send your carries to other lanes, because if they have 5 in one lane, it means the other 2 lanes are empty, and they can have more time to farm. Or you can set up defensive vision, or a death brush. Defensive vision is very useful when you see the enemy trying to get vision in your jungle. For example, you need to know what is their next objective. If you find out that the only left auto turn is your bot lane, then there's a higher chance that the enemy will attack your bot lane next. So you want to set up defensive vision to sweep out their wards, and when the enemy support or enemy player trying to set up vision for their team, you can make a catch. And sometimes in mid game or late game, you can just all 5 sit in a bush and just sweep the vision out, or have a control ward in the brush as well, and wait for enemy to face check, delete that player, and then you will have a number advantage. So what if the enemy is really cautious and does not play those risky plays, or they have something like Azure Q to check if there's anyone in the brush? Then you can try to do a sneaky Baron. Some champions like Nunu or Hammerdinger or Warwick, they can do a lot of tons of damage on neutral objectives, and they are maybe tanky. Then you can pair maybe 1 or 2 that champion and another, let's say, a high damage onto Baron champion, let's say Cassiopeia or Malzahar, or with Leandria, of course, or like Tristana, your AD. You can do a sneaky Baron, because if the enemy has no vision in the Baron area. That's also true if you have, like, you can also do it for Elder Dragon. If you have to make a fight, sometimes the enemy is just pushing under your base turret or threatening your inhibitor, then you have to play the team fight. Then you want to play it smart. I'll use our game versus Raytheon to explain how to use those strategies and how we do it to come back in this game. Okay. No. So coming into the game,
what?
Before 3 minutes, our top lane died solo to their top laner, and which is really bad. So we have a small deficit right now. We just ignore it because our top laner is still okay to farm. Shen is not really a snowball champion, so that is fine. And then let me score it to, I believe is, yeah, around 9. Okay, should be here. Yes.
If he pokes his head out, I'm gonna try to just outplay it. How close are you to 6?
Yeah, you can see on the minimap, the Amumu, you get a lane gank to our support Nami, and our bottom died as well. This leads to another 2 deaths onto our bottom lane 2v2. So at this point, we cannot play to the bottom side, and we still have advantage for Olaf onto the Amumu, because Olaf is just beat Amumu, will beat Amumu in jungle, and their overall top side has lower damage than us. So we try to invade their top side and at least get a ride away from Amumu.
I'm not there.
So after that, we farm for a while, and we try to gank their bot lane again, and it does not turn out good. Both our bot laners and our jungler are dead. Now we're even more behind.
We're going to...
Okay, let's actually...
And so we lane swap is actually, we're trying to answer them, because we don't want them to get our top turret as well. Our bot is already begun. And we have 3 currently in the top area, where our Olaf is trying to get top as well. So I'm thinking, oh, I can go top maybe. I can help you. So we want to fight with our number advantage.
Maybe... Shen's teleporting? Wait.
But this get answered by their Shen teleport.
Wait.
I can TP an F.
So I'm here.
can TP and Ash right back.
I'm on Shen. Going on Bram. God damn it. That was bad positioning. Now to cancel.
So this happens too quick before our top laner can TP back, and we're even more behind, and I believe we lost our top turn for that. So I think
30.
right now the only lane that is at least even is my lane. So I have a CS advantage, but the enemy has a kill and assist. So we're pretty even. Maybe he's ahead because they're global gold from the turn. But we just need to farm, or we have to farm right now.
Have you matched the Shen? We're probably going.
So we get the timing difference when they try to recall, and we got a dragon, which is good. We secure at least a neutral objective. But here they make a catch on me.
Right.
And I died, and we lose our mid turn, both tier 1 and tier 2. So we are 0 to 10. We lost 4 turns to 2, which is pretty behind. What we do now is we try to play smart, because they use their ult.
I don't actually have any minions, I think.
They use this Ras ult, and we think this is a good position for us to fight. We have a Nami ult. We try to make a fight here.
Nice chain of corruption. Actually, yeah.
So in team fight, you can see the Amumu is actually pretty overextended, and we focus on the member and we take down Amumu.
Back up.
Our frontline died, but we get Shen as well, so it's an even trade. In when you are behind, even trade is good for you, because both teams' gold is increased by the same amount, and on percentage your deficit is not as big as before.
Really?
Go.
3 seconds to my.
They're on.
So after that, we try to go for the lanes that the enemy is not there, and we get some farm. We have to keep the Baron because they have vision control,
2K. Can we fight
so we
this?
don't
No?
fight that.
Okay, let's
No,
go.
I don't
Let's go.
think so.
Just. Deception.
After that, they're trying to push our mid, and we try to defend.
Don't fight.
Here you want me to
Let's
go
see, yeah, here.
Fighting.
Go bottom first.
So they're sitting with their Baron. They have the empowered cannon minion, but they didn't protect that, and the cannon minion is dead.
They're
Eventually, their minion wave comes and they kill our turn, and we lost the.
Be patient.
We don't have the Varus out, so there's no way for us to actually defend this. Yeah, you can see Varus missed out. Varus missed out means there's no way for us to win the team fight, so we just give up the inhibitor. This is like your whole team is behind, so you need to give up everything to buy time.
Yeah, this is really
And
good.
here we
Let's
find
fight
a
this.
really good choke point, and we make a fight here.
Amumu?
We made a pick on Amumu and Shen.
Movement.
Mumu.
Back up.
I'm on Trish.
Wait.
We make it an even trade, which is good for us. And also they have Baron buff, so we killed 2 of their Baron buffs as well.
Like, let's.
I still have flash. This is down. Can you out the Chris?
And again, here Amumu is overextended, so we make a catch on the Amumu.
Maybe a Mumu?
He's gonna go in.
We killed Amumu successfully.
I'm fine.
I'm going back.
Going on Trist.
Chris
Got
is
him.
down.
And we take down Trace. So that is 2 for 0, 2 for 0, which is super good for us. it buys a lot of time. Also, we have get back maybe 1,000 gold in this team fight.
I have to back, I have no health, but I can use
Move all and fade the move.
20 seconds.
I got Baron.
We want to be very careful with this fight.
They might try to do it. I
I
can
have
buy
ult.
EA. I
I
can
have
buy
ult after that. By QS.
We tried to do a sneaky Baron like 3 minutes ago, but they spot us with Zeros out and Vision, so we just back off because we don't want to fight with some 5-on-5.
They're trying. Wait for me.
Yeah. And a little. Oh shoot.
No, move.
So here Mumu is again overextended, and we kill Mumu and Brand as well.
I'm going back.
We got 3 pushing mid.
Okay. No Zerath.
Actually, wait. I was not.
Thrust. Brand is up, but thrust.
So their carry is overstayed, and we actually ace them with the cost of our support's life. We take down the mid as well, and then since we are pretty low, we can't take Baron, so we reset. So this is at 34 minutes. My farm is pretty good because I just don't die in those fights, and I get farms after. Make sure that I'm at least not behind to the enemy mid laner.
If you want to be
Yeah.
Shen's here too, which is kind of weird.
And here we are doing the Baron dance. Our Nami, you see our Nami just swipe out all the visions around here, and we have a pink ward in the Baron pit, so we know they don't have vision around Baron pit, and I'm really high damage Cassiopeia. And Olaf is really tanky, so we made a 2-man Baron, sneaky Baron.
Shen has no ult. I don't know if he has TP.
So here we got Baron, which is equivalently a team kill, right? Yes, a Baron is it's like 300 gold on everyone, and also it gives you the Baron power.
And then we out thrust out.
And just beat immediately. I think they're both we're fine. We just have to burn it. We gotta win this fight.
So we trade the Elder Dragon with our inhibitor, and then we make a catch again onto the Mumu and Shen.
I got Brand.
Tracer recalling.
So after this fight, we are actually ahead in gold, I believe. So they cannot 5-on-5 fight us anymore unless they get maybe a 3-man taunt or something. We just need to fight them.
It's fine. Push on me.
5-on-5, then we will win. So we get their inhibitor,
Last one.
but we lost our AD.
Oh, she back up bottom.
So this is the only chance for them to actually fight us, because our AD is dead and they have 5-member, and if they try to play with their number advantage, they might have a chance.
Yeah, well, I don't know why they're pushing mid.
Fight in 15 seconds. They're going for an end. Careful.
They try to end here, but we got a really good catch onto the Brand, and we just split their frontline and backline, so we win. We killed them all here, and we actually win the game. So this is an example of how to play from behind. I'm not saying like if you play it every game, you can win all the games. Well, if you have advantage and you can't win, then I mean the game is broken, right? So I'm saying if you try those strats, it will increase your winning probability by maybe a little bit, but a little bit is a little bit. So you can always try and never give up. So hopefully this will help, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.